from the 11 Alive Weather Impact Team, where we have a weather impact alert in effect, but it's not going to go into effect until Monday and Tuesday. This is an alert due to the really cold air that's going to be coming in next week, and we want you to be aware of this with plenty of time. We've been talking about it for a while, but we figured today we needed to go ahead and issue an alert for Monday and Tuesday. Now, this is not because of snow chances. This is mainly because of cold while we're alerting this, and we're talking about really cold air. We're going to see some lows in the teens on Monday and Tuesday, and then highs that may not even make it above freezing for about 60 plus hours. We think it'll go below freezing later in the day on Sunday. We should stay below freezing on Monday. Tuesday may be close to freezing, but then not really getting back above freezing until we get into Wednesday afternoon. And even that may be just a brief period of that. So here's what we're talking about here, where what you need to do: protect your pipes. Now, we've already had some drills with some really cold air, so hopefully you already did that. But let's say you took that cover off of the spigot outside and you haven't put it back on yet. You'll want to do that this weekend to prepare for this really cold air that's going to be moving our way here, again, beginning on Sunday and then lasting through at least Wednesday. Also, I hope you haven't put your winter clothes up yet, because you're really going to need them as we start the week as well. So before we get to that really cold air, we've actually been enjoying some warm air out there today and dry weather conditions too. As you can see, there's no rain in our area. We don't really have any clouds around either. And in fact, we're not really seeing much on radar right now. But we're going to begin to see some rain that's going to start building out to the west. That's going to move in during the day on Saturday, really overnight Friday into Saturday. And when that comes in, the temperatures are going to be still warm. So that's going to be all rain as that moves in on Saturday. And then the changes start moving in during the day on Sunday. So take a look at some of these temperatures that we have right now. We're talking about just now moving into the 40s, 48 degrees. Our high today actually made it up to 58 degrees, which was about 4 degrees above the average. But we have been cooling down tonight. We're in the 40s. However, these temperatures tonight are still not as cool as they've been the past few nights. So I hesitate to say it's warmer or milder out there. Let's just say it's not as cold out there tonight. Now, we do have some places outside the city that are cooling. In fact, look at LaGrange. You're already down to 37 degrees, and Peachtree City's at 41. We've got 48 though up in Gainesville, 47 in the Canton area. And then going through the rest of the evening hours, I'm thinking we'll hold in the lower 40s, most likely till about midnight, and then go into the 30s. We wake up tomorrow morning right around 32 degrees, and then plenty of sunshine during the day tomorrow. With those temperatures, that'll be moving up pretty quickly again, generally there to the mid and upper 50s. So take a look at the forecast track. This is what we're watching, the quiet weather pattern going through tonight, overnight, and really for much of the day tomorrow. We may just see a couple little clouds mixing in early tomorrow morning. We have that flow coming out of the south tomorrow, which is going to reinforce the warm air that we have over our area, but will stay mostly sunny to partly cloudy at times. But notice after we get through the late afternoon hours and into the evening, those clouds that are back in Alabama, those are going to start pushing our way and increasing through the evening hours. I still think most of us will stay dry for a big part of the evening hours, but just look at this rain that's coming into northwest Georgia here. This is at 11 o'clock tomorrow night. A few showers there over Alabama, just over the Georgia and Alabama line. Those will start pushing through during those overnight hours. And this is how it should look around 3 o'clock in the morning, early on Saturday. And you see how that rain is starting to fill in a little bit more, coming in from the west through West Georgia, also into North Georgia. The green color indicating the light rain, and there's a pretty good coverage of the light rain around, but you see some pockets there of yellows and oranges. That would be a little more moderate rain that's going to be moving through, and it looks like it's going to push through pretty quickly here. That's the main area of rain. Overnight, Friday into Saturday. By Saturday morning, we're still going to have some of those showers around, but the main part of that is going to be pushing out. Now, it's not going to totally end for the rest of the day. I do think by afternoon, we'll still be dealing with just a few scattered showers around, but it's just not going to be one of those constant all-day rain events that we'll be dealing with here during the day on Saturday. And then you can see Sunday, we start off with some clouds. Temperatures are going to be much cooler. Those arrows coming out of the north, and that is what is opening the door to that Arctic air that's going to be moving through on Sunday. In fact, high temperatures on Sunday are only going to be in the 40s, and then they're going to be falling pretty quickly there during the day. And that's when the fun begins with all this cold air that'll be moving in. But before that gets here, this rain on Saturday, now our forecast totals are a little bit lower than what we were thinking. The past couple of days, I've been showing you rainfall amounts maybe around an inch here for Saturday. Now those totals are coming down as this system is moving through pretty quickly. And then for the rest of the day on Saturday, it's going to be that more scattered variety. Most likely less than a half of an inch in most areas. But still, we'll take whatever we can get there. But it shouldn't be a lot of rain that's going to be pushing in. Then our focus goes to the cold. So you can see that today, it felt pretty good out there. It was kind of mild at times. The colder air is up to the north. The milder air is going to keep filling in here during the day tomorrow, as well as on Saturday, with highs both days, mid to upper 50s. But look what's coming. You can see this cold air up to the north. This is Saturday afternoon at 2. Colder air still to the north. We have the mild air here. During the day on Sunday, as that rain moves on out, the mild air goes to the south, and then look at this. Not only cold air moving in, with our temperatures falling during the day on Sunday, but then by Monday, we have this surge of very cold air that'll be moving in, and that will drop our temperatures even more. And that's why we're thinking on Monday, we won't even be making it above freezing on Monday afternoon. And then we're dropping to the teens again Tuesday morning. Tuesday afternoon, maybe up to 32. And then on Wednesday, another cold morning in the teens. And then we could get up to 34 or 35 on Wednesday. So that's when we might see a few more of those hours that will be above freezing as that very coldest air moves away. But we're still going to be having plenty of regular cold air over us here for Wednesday. And then even into Thursday, still pretty chilly out there during the day. And this is originating from the poles. This polar air is sliding our way. And that is why we're expecting a long duration freeze with, again, maybe 60 plus hours with temperatures that are going to be at or below freezing in the Atlanta area. And we're saying 60. I know that the National Weather Service in Atlanta is actually going with a higher number, but this all depends on, now I'm talking about consecutive hours at 32 or lower. And I think that's going to start on Sunday, late Sunday. Monday, I'm feeling pretty confident we won't make it to 32. But it's on Tuesday when we could get up to 32. And so if that actually goes to 33, that would break the streak there. But I still think we'll get up to about 32. And then as we get into Wednesday, that's when I think we'll get up to 34 degrees. And that would be right around 60 plus, maybe 65 hours at 32 or below. Now, the big question is, will we see freezing pipes around? If you'll recall, a couple of years ago, around Christmas, when we had that freeze, it was a long duration freeze, and we did have a lot of pipes that were broken and a lot of issues there. So what you need to do is you need to protect your pipes. Now, this system is not going to be as cold as the one we had a couple years ago, because with that one we had single-digit temperatures, and even the highs that didn't make it above freezing weren't even close. So that was still a lot colder when we had those widespread pipes breaking. However, this is going to be one of those systems when you do have a long duration time frame with temperatures at or below freezing, you could see some of those pipes that could freeze up. So you've got to take those precautions. We've had these drills before. Just make sure your home is ready for a lot of hours for those temperatures below freezing, and hopefully you can avoid any of those problems. Now, we do think in North Georgia we'll have more hours at or below freezing, maybe 80 plus hours there. Like maybe on Wednesday, it won't even make it above freezing, and then we'll have to get through Thursday possibly before temperatures there get up above freezing for a while. I'm thinking most of the metro area, this that you see in purple, is where we'll see the 60 plus, and then maybe 48 plus hours below freezing for those areas on the south side. Now, of course, as we are watching this really cold air in place, we're also going to be keeping an eye on any type of moisture that could mix in with these cold temperatures. And I'm talking about lows going from 32 on Friday, milder on Saturday with the moisture that's moving in. And then Sunday, a low of 37. That's in the morning. It'll be colder than that in the evening here. But then there you see Monday and Tuesday, we're talking about those temperatures that are going to be in the upper teens. And the wind, of course, is going to make it feel even colder. And then the highs will be mild this weekend, Friday and Saturday in the 50s, Sunday's high 45 and falling. And there you see on Monday a high of 30, Tuesday's high right at 32 degrees, right at the freezing mark. And we think by Wednesday we'll be up to 34. That's not much above freezing, but it's just a couple of degrees that we'll have there maybe for just a little while in the afternoon. So the tricky part is going to be we've got this extended cold snap coming in, but we have to watch for the potential of any moisture that could move in, possibly Tuesday into Wednesday. Some of the models are even showing maybe Thursday into Friday, another little surge of moisture that'll be moving our way. But for now, we are waiting for model consistency. We're watching the ensemble models and the deterministic models as well. And they're kind of going all over the place here from run to run. The ensemble models are the ones that are a little more consistent, and we're watching for that consistency. And really the latest that we've been seeing is that potentially the moisture may not even make it here, maybe to the south, which means there might be some areas south of us on Tuesday, Wednesday, and for later in the week might have a better chance for snow than we would here. So I'm going to walk through this map with you, and I'm going to compare these two models. This is the European model that shows here, again, that's the rain on Saturday ending early Sunday. Then you see we go into Tuesday. This is at 4:30 in the afternoon, and that shows, let me go back right here about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That shows snow Atlanta southward and even along the Gulf Coast. So this all depends on the track of low pressure. If that low stays down in the Gulf and moves through Florida like this, the moisture may not even make it to Atlanta, and folks in central and south Georgia might have a better chance for snow than we have here. And those are the trends really that we've been watching, is that moisture content may stay to the south of us. And you can see that through Tuesday, and then it all moves away. So let me show you the GFS model. This model has actually been showing drier conditions and not even seeing anything moving through to the south of us. So there you see that the rain that came through on Saturday. Then as we go through Tuesday, so now the latest GFS is showing still to areas on the south of us the potential for some snow, and Atlanta not getting anything at all. But maybe central and south Georgia seeing some of that, and maybe even parts of northern Florida seeing some of that too. So those are the trends that we'll continue watching between these models as well as the ensemble models moving in. And then there again on the GFS is that next batch of rain that could come in later in the week, and we'll have to keep an eye on that, and the temperature profiles too, to see if we could get any type of winter precip out of that too. So basically there's a lot going on, and this is keeping us really busy here in the weather impact team, and all of us here are watching all of the changes very closely with, number one, the really cold air in place, and then of course the moisture that is going to be pushing through as well. So let me show you the 7-day outlook, and you can see those changes and really the ups and downs that we're going to be experiencing here this week. 57 for a high on Friday, 56 on Saturday, but Saturday's going to be the day with the highest rain chance. And again, I'm thinking that's mainly going to be early on Saturday for the better coverage of rain, and then it tapers off to just scattered showers in the afternoon. Sunday mainly dry, but that's the day the colder air is going to start diving into our area with that wind around too. Highs around 45, but then falling during the day. Here's the weather impact alert for Monday and Tuesday. A low Monday of 18 and a high of 30. Now remember Monday, the MLK Day celebrations. We have the national championship, college national championship here on Monday night. Of course, it's in the Dome, but there'll be a lot of people out and about. So it's going to be really cold there. Tuesday is where we're, excuse me, watching that moisture. Whether or not it makes it here, we still don't know. And then Wednesday, maybe up to above freezing for a brief period, then back up to 40 degrees by Thursday. So keep it with us here with 11 Alive and the 11 Alive Weather Impact team. We'll have updates on TV as well as here on 11 Alive Plus and online at 11alive.com.